again, talking about SGI, Saskatchewan Government Insurance. This is a sneaky way that SGI gives people that are hit by other cars a disadvantage so they don't have to pay out money. So this is just a few streams that I'm going to do because they're all about different recordings. Heidi Ho, Canadian freedom fighter, please hit like and subscribe. And to all my subscribers I have, I thank you very kindly. I appreciate it so badly. And as usual, everything that we hear or I say is in our and my opinion.
Thank you for calling Lakeside Medical Clinic. For office hours, press 1. To obtain prescription refills, please contact your pharmacy or make an appointment with your family physician. For urgent care wait times, check our website at www.lakeside.ca. If you are a physician calling or if this is the lab with an urgent result, press 2. If you'd like to speak to a receptionist, please stay on the line and your call will be answered in the order that it was received.
This is Saskatchewan Government Insurance hiring a doctor privately.
Please stay on the line while your call is transferred to the operator. All of our receptionists are currently busy. Your call is important to us. Please remain on the line and your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Don't they play lovely music? But it's short.
Good afternoon, Lakeside Medical Clinic. Adrian speaking.
Hi, this is Mrs. Heidi Oxman calling.
Hey, how can I help you?
Doctor, I can't maybe pronounce his name right. Judas?
Dr. Dutras?
Yes, that's him.
Okay, how can I help you?
Well, yesterday I was told to phone his clinic. That's called Venture Rehab Sciences Group.
Okay.
They referred me back today to talk to you.
Okay, let me just go and see if you have a chart here. What's your date of birth?
The last time I was in your office was 2003, and the date of my birth is December 30th, 1953, and I can even give you my care card number.
And it's Heidi, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Heidi, I have you here. Let me just go see. So, Dr. Dutra referred you to his other clinic, and then they referred you back here?
Well, he didn't. One of his co-workers did.
Okay.
But what the problem is I was seriously injured as a pedestrian in my electric scooter. The $5,000 scooter was totaled off. I was severely injured. And he's doing a review for SGI. And SGI has withheld. When we did mediation that wasn't binding, they withheld information from the mediator. And I supplied that information, and the next day they no longer wanted to continue with mediation because looking bad is worse than saying we quit. Yeah, he's been given false and incomplete information from SGI regarding my file. So
where did he first assess you in the hospital, or where did you first get assessed?
I haven't been assessed anywhere except with the paperwork that is incomplete that SGI has provided.
Okay, so Dr. Dutra's doing your paperwork, but how did he come into your care? Like, from his other clinic? Because it's not here.
All I know is SGI referred him to assess my claim. But with the withheld of important information and not given the truth, how can he do a proper assessment.
Well, typically when we do SGI stuff, like you have to come into clinic and be assessed, like in person.
Well,
So I'm just
that's great to know because that has never been done. And
that's why I don't understand how Dr. Dutra is doing your paperwork if he's never assessed you.
well, worse yet, how can he do it when he doesn't have the complete information or with information that is in my benefit? Not
Yeah. Okay, so how did Dr. Dutra? Oh, okay, let me just put you on hold for 1 second, okay?
Yep.
Well, here we go with that lovely music. But beware. And it's a good thing that I'm an advocate because they can't fool me. And later I'm going to discuss losing my first case that I've ever had. But I don't want to stop talking about it. And then we come back to being off hold. But Heidi Ho, Canadian freedom fighter, please subscribe, like, leave me a comment. And I appreciate my subscribers so much. You guys, and people I should say.
Okay, thank you for holding, Heidi. So I just talked to my colleague. I have to send a task to my manager just because you were like, I don't know how Dr. Dutra came on your case, but we have. Yeah, but so did you talk to Christy from our clinic? Is that ringing a bell?
Originally yesterday, yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna just send Christy a message and letting her know that you called her clinic, and then she'll be in contact with you. Just because, again, like we don't have any of this on our file, and so I can't do anything with it, and I don't know.
Let me interrupt you. I'm a severe brain injury survivor also.
Yeah.
So am I correct in understanding that Dr. Jutras, pardon me if I pronounced his name wrong, and I'm sure if that's a male or female, but he was supposed to have me in his office to assess me? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Usually for SGI medicals, our patients do come in to be assessed, but I don't know, like you weren't referred to our clinic, so I don't know how Dr. Dutra became the doctor on this file.
Because SGI hired him.
Yeah, and so I don't know why, I don't know the process, like, if SGI reaches out to Dr. Dutra, it's not through us, like, it wouldn't, like, that's between SGI and Dr. Dutra, like, it's not with our clinic, or his other clinic, that's SGI and Dr. Dutra, right? So I
reach out to him at his other clinic.
Yeah, like, I can't, like, we don't, like, there's, like, your file, like, there's nothing here, there's nothing here, so SGI hired Dr. Dutra, that's between, like, that's their communication, right?
Yeah, which
right.
Not.
Yeah, so that's, like, so I can let Christy know, because I think she spoke to you, and let her know that you called, but this isn't anything to do with our clinic.
Well, whoever the clinic is, whether it's his other clinic or your clinic, I would be more than happy to come in personally and be assessed and bring the information with him or with me so that he has it, so that he can also do. Because even my occupational therapist says I need home care support. Even my physiotherapist says I need home care support. Ryan Fitzpatrick, the occupational therapist, says I need home care support. And
yeah, so how come you've never been assessed, like, through a walk-in or anything?
I have never been in your clinic since 2003.
Yeah, no, not like our clinic, but like, say, for example, like, when you had your accident, where did you go? Like, to the hospital?
Yes, I had to go to the hospital because I was severely injured.
And then did you not go to, like, do you not have a family doctor?
Yes, I did.
How come you didn't go to your family doctor is my question. Like, I'm just trying to understand, because usually, like, with our like how our patient's protocol is, right? If you've been in like go to emerge or have an accident, you follow up with your family physician.
I followed up with my family physician immediately, which he diagnosed me with the severe injuries and a concussion, and my psychiatrist assessed me with having post-traumatic stress disorder. And I told you about the occupational therapist, I told you about my doctor, and I told you about Smithwick's physiotherapy. All agree that I should have home care support.
Yeah, so how come your family physician's not the one writing you for home care referral?
Because he has an SGI, must file it under Plan G with everything else that they filed.
Okay, yeah, because typically those kind of things do come from your family physician. So for like a referral to home care, like your family physician made one and then home care never called you, or like home care in the past?
Home care is supposed to be provided by SGI.
And they just, and so because you're going through SGI like insurance?
Yeah, I have no choice. I was hit as a pedestrian.
Yeah.
I didn't even live here.
And so your adjuster's not approving your home care?
They did for 6 weeks, and then they cut it off.
And then you would just have to pay out of pocket?
Yeah, and then they cut off my physiotherapy to inhibit me from at least having some attempt at improving my problems that I have.
Yeah, and so is your doctor not able to write like a recommendation letter to SGI saying like you need these things?
He has. They just didn't.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because usually like insurance and adjusters, this is like, they are usually not.
About 9 notes
Yeah.
sent to them requesting home care support, that I'm unable to perform any daily living. In fact, my roommate even has to bath me, cooks all my food for me, cleans my house, because I can't do any of it. And you can understand with having 5 herniated discs, I can't stand still for 5 seconds without being in extreme pain.
Yeah, because like this should all, like, it sounds like you did the right things going to like your family physician and those kind of things. And those would be those people that would be sending the referrals for your home care and any physio and those kind of stuff, right? And then so he would send that to SGI. But sometimes like when you go through insurance sometimes makes patients bend over to get like their money, right? Like those kind of things. And you have so many
5 months
Yeah.
for my SGI worker to give me her fax number so Dr. Davids could fax to her the information that I needed home care support.
And then because this was an accident, do you have a lawyer?
I had a lawyer, and after he missed an appeal date to cover my torn rotator cuff that could only be repaired through surgery, he couldn't.
Yeah, because typically when you have big insurance things with this through SGI, there's usually like a lawyer involved and like your family physician and like your appraiser and stuff like that. So I wonder if like you should look at maybe getting another lawyer just because.
Because of no fault insurance, I have almost found every lawyer in Saskatchewan, as far as way as Lloydminster, Yorkton, Tyndale, Prince Albert, Regina, and not one lawyer will take the case because of no fault insurance. But one of the lawyers did advise me to immediately go to your insurance company and opt out of no fault insurance, so if this happens again, you're not in this boat that I'm in now.
Yeah, because that could be it. Like if you're not covered and stuff, and like maybe that's why.
You're not covered as a hit by a car.
Yeah, so.
And then the police officer who gave the driver a ticket after he complaining.
Officer 887.
One ticket only out of the 3 that he could have given her, and he forgot to sign it. A 25-year vet
That was a mistake. The sergeant I was talking to was a 25-year veteran. This apparently, Officer 887, was young on the force.
I don't know why SGI hired Dr. Dutra if you've already been assessed, unless they're looking for like a second.
Like I said, I've only been assessed with the paperwork that SGI has provided, which is they have withheld information and not given information.
Yeah, because you've been assessed with your family doctor though, right?
Oh, many times.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, I wonder if like SGI is looking for a second opinion is what I like why they would hire Dr. Dutra, but I don't understand why he would because you're not a part of our clinic. Like, I don't understand why Dr. Dutra got pulled into this because you're not his patient.
Probably because if he works for them and gets paid by them, not being rude in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
But he would most likely give opinion not in my favor because then they won't hire him anymore. If he keeps saying, yeah, these people need assessments and then, boop, not hired anymore. They find somebody else that wants to agree with them. I've been an advocate for over 25 years and I've never lost a case and I still work in British Columbia and Saskatchewan, and I know when I'm being juked.
Okay, well, the only thing I can do is send a letter to Christy, but because, like,
Yeah, please.
I don't understand, because, like, SGI hired Dr. Dutra, so that has nothing to do with, like, our clinic.
Well, whoever clinic it has, I would be pleased.
Yeah, like, I don't know how, like, I don't...
And also bring the documentation with me that they've withheld from him. And they shouldn't be withholding information.
I can just send a message, but, again, I don't know why, if SGI hired Dr. Dutra, that's between them, like, it wouldn't be with Dr. Dutra's clinic, it would be, if Dr. Dutra says, like, works at SGI, then that would be, like, who you should be calling. I don't, like, it's not something to do with our clinic.
I've talked to him many times about this.
Yeah, and then, like, his other clinic, and, like, I don't know if that's where they contract SGI, like, I don't know what Dr. Dutra does outside of our clinic.
Well,
so,
Karen, was that her name? Or Kathy?
I don't know who you spoke to. I just asked my colleague. She just said to send a message to my manager.
Well, you said a Karen or a Kathy?
Christy?
Christy, that's the name. Because I can't remember. No short-term memory. But
yeah, so I sent her a message letting her know that you called and that Dr. Dutra was hired by SGI to look into your case and see what she says. But again, like, I don't know where that go. Like, if SGI called Dr. Dutra because he's on some list or something with him, I don't know. But that has nothing to do with, like, our clinic.
Yeah.
So I'll send a message, but again, that has nothing to do with, like, our clinic. Yeah. And so, yeah.
But like I say, I would be pleased to be assessed and also bring the documentation that they've withheld from him.
Yeah. So I don't know if I don't think he does his SGI assessments here unless they're his patients already. Like,
well,
that's what I mean.
Sent him over 300 pages.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Like,
And then another 1,000 pages.
That's what I mean. I don't know where this stuff goes. Like, I don't know where this is.
Well, I've got SGI lying to me in the past. So maybe they're continuing the same practice.
Yeah, like, your file here, you haven't been out of our clinic for years, so there's nothing new attached to it. So I'm just saying, I don't know where they got that from. But I sent a message and we'll go from there. So I hope you have a great weekend.
Should I phone you people back in a few days?
I'll if you want to, but I sent a message to Christy. I'll see what her reply is, and then I'll let you know what the outcome is.
Okay, and again, my phone number's 2.
Oh, let me just here. Oh, okay. Maybe I just closed my computer. If you call back, we're in the office on Monday.
Okay.
Call back on Monday. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Thanks.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye.
So I'm just going to continue this video for a little bit. I broke my perfect record. Tyrone, I'm sorry, I'm not perfect anymore on what I've been able to do. Tyrone ran New England News. He's a great channel. So anyways, I lost that case, but I'll be doing an upload to explain how the thin blue line protects itself and the reason why I lost the case. So once again, thank you very kindly for watching. I thank all of my subscribers. I appreciate you being with me over the years. And the most important thing about this video is if you live in Saskatchewan, opt out of no fault insurance, because the limitations for no fault is why one of my videos, there's a person outside of SGI with his big cube van all painted up. Now I understand why. Another person, I believe his name was, I just forgot it, but he was a truck driver that was hit by a car, and he can't find a lawyer. The car actually was traveling at such high speed. Adam Green was his name, Adam Green. Anyways, this is how SGI behaves in Saskatchewan. And if you opt out of no fault insurance, you get a brochure that you can read that'll be biased in their opinion. But what happens is it resorts back to the original way of how Saskatchewan government insurance was run, and you have the automatic right to start off suing, not playing this game. So if it's your fault, you're still going to pay the deductible. So I never read the brochure, but when my lawyer advised me to opt out of no fault insurance, I took his advice, and my roommate took my advice, and a few people that I've talked to have taken my advice. And find out for yourself if you live in Saskatchewan, because you don't want to have the mess that I'm having. And I've since had 2 friends hit by cars. One possibly could have been negligence on his part for being a pedestrian. But the other person who I'm advocating for, he phoned me. He was hit by a car, and bones were broken. But because I have a special phone number that if anybody wants to phone and talk to me, you're more than welcome. That's how he got a hold of me, because usually I do informative of what this series is about. But anyways, he's finding out already how bad is. So here is the special phone number to phone me if you'd like to talk about advocacy or SGI problems. The phone number is 778 807 0252. So you're welcome to phone. It's actually a computer generated phone number. They're great to have. So anyways, I'm signing out until the next upload that I'll be uploading shortly. But because I'm going live, I'm not sure when it'll be seen. And then the last of these videos will be me whining about losing my first case ever. And I was my own advocate. So here we go. Thanks again. Signing off.